The historical scaffold of the modern corporation was built on a foundation of information asymmetry, a principle as old as commerce itself. For much of the 20th and early 21st centuries, firms wielded the power of concealed knowledge. Their grasp of production costs, proprietary processes, and real-time market conditions far surpassed what any individual consumer could hope to assemble. This chasm in information was not accidental. It was cultivated and fiercely defended, providing both shelter for pricing strategies and fortification for brand authority. Buyers entered markets as relative supplicants, accepting the vendor's account of quality, origin, and value at face value, often buffered only by crude reputation cues or trust in regulation. Now, in 2026, we observe a paradigm shock. The asymmetry that once tilted markets in favor of the seller has not simply diminished. It has reversed, birthing the era of radical consumer sovereignty. The instrument of this shift is clear: the democratization and hyperabundance of data, catalyzed and mediated by artificial intelligence. Contemporary consumers arrive at the point of sale bearing not only intent and capital, but also the persistent presence of AI-powered agents. These agents act at machine speed, digesting historical pricing arcs, mining decentralized ledgers of product provenance, and assembling a tapestry of global customer experiences at the push of a command. The consumer's peripheral vision now spans details formerly sequestered in opaque databases, real-time price fluctuations, inventory movements, even a physical and ethical journey of goods from source to shelf. Against this backdrop, the reputation mechanisms that protected the status quo undergo systematic transformation. Where once the narrative of brand value was constructed by carefully orchestrated campaigns, it is now written collaboratively across millions of interconnected voices. Digital reputation systems, an emergent collective intelligence, aggregate, verify, and disseminate every credible data point about a product or firm. This system responds with the immune efficiency of a biological organism, disinfecting the market of misrepresentation and cleansing it of strategic opacity. The growth loop, a feedback engine powered by consumer engagement, no longer rewards manipulation. Its algorithm marks down firms who rely on ephemeral narratives rather than substantively competitive products. For leaders and strategists, this hypertransparency presents a new competitive frontier that classical economics does not fully address. Signaling theory must be reinterpreted for an era where awareness is ambient and skepticism is algorithmic. Traditional advertising finds its signal drowned amid a torrent of competing truths, forcing firms to place their faith in expensive signals, acts, or investments that cannot be mimicked without genuine commitment to quality or responsibility. Radical supply chain disclosure, the release of unmediated first-party performance data, and the provision of long-term guarantees become the lingua franca of trust. These signals cannot be faked inexpensively. They are observable, persistent, and audited by a consumer base equipped with the tools of forensic accountants. As the horizon approaches zero asymmetry economies, the locus of trust transfers entirely from emotional perception to verified metric. In this regime, the task facing leaders is no longer to manipulate selective disclosure, but to engineer authentic value that endures under unceasing scrutiny. Strategies shift from reputation management to operational transparency. The organization's reality must withstand the perpetual audit of a global, empowered, and suspicious consumer base. Thus, the narrative completes its inversion. The consumer, once an object of strategic calculation, emerges as the most capable and relentless auditor a firm can imagine. The challenge for modern businesses is no longer to hide weakness, but to ensure that their reality is so robust that it endures and leverages. constant exposure. The consumer's sovereignty is ratified not by marketing, but by the checkable, verifiable, and collective proof of truth.